Back in Golden Idol, Chapter 4, The New Order. So we have Scene 10, The Triumph of Order. Okay, so last time where we were, there was some sort of gathering where people from political parties was present and one of them was assassinated and the other one was blamed for the assassination because they wanted the third guy to end up in charge. This might be continuation to whatever that resulted in. So we've got a guy being carried out. He dead. The man is not breathing, no apparent wounds, okay. Prince of Dusk, like night I am dark and full of terror. I do not fear law, do not make that error. When you know my name, just look for my face. No hints on that one, but apparently I already have 12 of 46 hints. Okay, now we've got number inputs. So X something have passed since order party has seized power. During a tribunal, someone is judged to have largest something deduction, it all tribunal history. To execute his punishment, something was used on him and he lost a number of somethings and died. And yeah, then we have lots of panels to discover. Okay, it's gonna be a big one, this one. Oh, I guess we have clues already because the numbers are clues, but we don't have to find them. So he's the guy that died because he did something. Poor bugger. I've never seen so much merit removed in the tribunal. Some mistakes are very costly. An Albion franc banknote. Citizen Mr. David Goran, yes. David Goran here again. Birth year 1752. Enforcer of the Order Party. Okay, the party has taken over, clearly. History of infraction and obedience. Had a secret compartment in his office locker. Denied the existence of the secret compartment. Lawyer service in row ranking position to the Order Party plus 10 merit, so he has total of 8, okay? So yeah, looks like they've really decided they're gonna bring order by making a point system. Remember the third virtue, don't be a donkey in a dress. Cool. Remember the second virtue, don't be a sleepy pig. Cool. This guy also, I remember him. The attorney, right? It's a thing of beauty to see order prevail. If it were not against the first virtue, I would feel very happy. Okay, being happy is against their values. Nicholas, I'll wager you feel the new regime rewards your diligence now. So tell me why I saw you spend more than 3 shillings on new clothes after I asked you to lend me money and you said you had none to spare. I suggest you lend me some now unless you want me to write up an official report about a 4th virtue breach. Your beloved brother. Okay, we're getting into that kind of thing. Like, you're buying clothes, but you're not giving me money, and that's a breach, so you'll be in trouble. Yes, Nicholas Maker. 1757, record keeper of the Order Party, history of infraction obedience, label the protocol as being on Thursday even though it was Wednesday. Wow, such crimes. Took a double-length lunch break in the office, lawyer service in low ranking position to the Order Party plus 10 merits. Okay, so both him and David Goran have plus 10 for their service, but they have different scores because I guess those things are worth more or less depending on what the crimes were. Weekly Order Party of People's Tribunal 42, March 14, 1795. Okay, so this is 1795. Yeah, I didn't take the years for the last two things, but last time, let me just check. So the year for this, I have a 1790. Can I get a year from this? 1791? Yeah, okay, so this one's 1791. Yeah, this assassination thing, there was a newspaper outside here. Yeah, 1792. So it's 1792 here, the election has just happened, and yeah, presumably they take their post the same year because typically, I mean, this is supposed to be like England, right? So if elections still work the same as these days, it's fairly quick between elections and the new government coming in. So if it's 75 now, then it's only been 3 years. So yeah, this would be saying it's been 3 years. We don't have years yet since they've taken power. Yeah, okay, so 6 culprits are brought to the tribunal, a 12th tribunal is open, 12-15, each culprit's charges are evaluated and merit changes are calculated. 3-10, first culprit merit exaction stars, second culprit, and then the third, okay. So yeah, they're basically doing like scoring for, you know, how good of a citizen you are and you get in trouble. And we've got those three guys here. Such a relief that they decided not to push the fashion charges. I hope the process is not painful. He's one of the accused. Distributors of farce, they spread lies that my pure love is merely lust. And what do they even know about true art? I felt it in my bones that I should have drunk less. Now the poor souls experience God wrath. We have an upstairs. We've also seen those guys before, right? That is music to my ears, Alistair, but do control your emotions. We as arbiters of order must never violate the third virtue. Yeah, like, don't be too happy. A bunch of Albion franc banknotes. So yeah, so they changed the currency as well, because they used to have like pence and shillings on people, but now we have Albion francs. Yeah, James Turner, we've also seen him before. Arbiter of the Order Party. History of infraction. Drank a full bottle of brandy at a picnic. Wow, dude. Kept the book Legacy of Rose Dynasty in his study. Okay, not allowed. Yes, loyal service to the Order Party in high-ranking position. Plus 20 merit, and that's plus 12. I guess you get bonus for basically being in the party, so you can basically game the system by like, well, I'm in the party, so I get to do some crimes, but people not in the party don't get to do so. What are you insinuating, James? I would never breach the fourth virtue. You know damn well I keep no secrets. Yes, he's got money. Yeah, that's Alistair Cork, the general. He's also arbiter. He slapped a sergeant in anger and listened to marching music in his manor. Wow, can't be having that for sure. And yeah, lawyer's level plus 20. He ends up with plus 11. Dear Arbiter Co, I'm writing to inform you that our regiment's colonel was seen with another officer's wife in a potentially intimate situation. We implore you to send your agents to investigate this potential flaunting of the first virtue. Yeah, everyone is telling on everyone. Okay, they've got books on people. Fagnar Quinn, born in 1760, censorship, claimed he had no wife, had a painting depicting a naked person in his house, broke his wife's favorite teapot in anger, was observed spending a night with neighbor's wife. Wow, that's, yeah, that guy's screwed. Walter Keane, oh yeah, the guy with the hats, flirted 3 times with different married women during the party convention, wore ridiculous headgear at 5 public events. Yeah, they made that a crime. Claimed he had not betrayed High Arbiter Lazarus during his ritual of ascendance, expelled from the party of order. Okay, he did not last. Lauder Richards. This is a guy we know. He was the father of the pretty lady at the dinner that Edmund Cloudsey was hosting. So he was some sort of important dude. Had dinner party a few years ago where he offered large amounts of wine to his guests, got angry during the questioning and shouted at the High Arbiter, revealed the whereabouts of his hiding fugitive dissident daughter Mary and her husband Peter, evaluated plus 50. Okay, so the daughter actually became a dissident but also married Peter Bately, possibly? Assuming that's the same Peter. Okay, but we got a clue for years, so we can say 3 years have passed since the Order Party has seized power. Josh Bailey, gin, left his work at Tannery early, drank excessive amounts of gin at this scrawny cat, drank excessive amount of rum at the Old Oak, approached a married woman with an indecent offer, denied 4 times during questioning that he had done those acts. Okay, all bad things. Horace Webb has not held down a job since the new regime, evaluated as 60 instances of non-work. Claims he works in his castle helping his servants clean it. Possesses 15 books kept in his private library. Okay, books, bad. Could learn something, they don't want that. Expressed willingness to donate his castle to the party, evaluated as 200 merit. Okay, so they're like, you have to follow the rules and you have to do the virtues, but if you give us your assets, you know, basically pay us all, you get points so you get out of it, right? Like, clearly it's not what they claim, where this is all based on, I mean, I'm not saying it would be a good thing if it was all still people get judged on minor infractions, like they're doing the worst crimes, like that's not a good system. But on top of having this terrible system of like everyone gets judged for doing things against their moral judgment, they also, you know, just take bribes to get you out of trouble. Duke Gideon Bell, he was at the weekend gathering where the assassination happened, right? He had like blue hair and stuff. Yes, wears an outrageous hairstyle. Yeah, broke down in tears 10 times during the questioning. Yeah, crying not allowed. Has refused to start working. Evaluated as 5 instances of job skipping. Rejected the High Arbiter's request that he share information of a secret entrance to the castle of his cousin, the Sovereign. Yes, all crimes. They have 4 maxims of virtue, and here's what's his face. Yeah, Lazarus Hurst, the Griffin Reborn, or whatever they were calling him. Silence. You will perform your function as much as it is required. It is paramount to ensure order in our new society. Okay, so he's telling those people to calm down. The idol is said to increase matter something. It wasn't... Oh, didn't even know you can zoom in the game. It wasn't something that we had to answer in that previous one where they were asking us what those things on the idol mean, but I think this appeared. I did take a screenshot of it, but it was something. In all truth, Lord High Arbiter, I would prefer storing no more than this. Okay, London Gazetteer, March 14, 1795. Since the year 1792, when it gained a majority in Parliament and liberated our government from multi-party chaos, the Order Party has worked hard to improve society. Despite the vast popular support for the party, His Majesty refuses to acknowledge the authority of the party's tribunal. High Arbiter Lazarus Hurst has announced that in 2 months the party and its supporters will participate in a peaceful march to the king's current residence to demonstrate their virtue of moderation. Okay. So the king is like, you can't be doing this, but they're like, we will. I am honored to help the party upkeep the 4 virtues. I only hope sitting here all day does not count as sloth. There are worse jobs than this one, and thank God tobacco is not considered an indulgence. A bit boring though, too bad literature is forbidden. Wow, okay, I can't read. And then this guy just like, yeah, as long as I get to smoke, that's fine. So yeah, like reading prohibited, smoking fine. Some locked cabinet we can't inspect. Remember the second virtue, store confiscated objects and evidence according to the virtue breached. Okay. Observe the 4 virtues to avoid losing merit. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Hearts, wings, sun, and eyes. Sure. And we have boxes. Okay, but I assume that's gonna be like a clue as to what. So like here it's like booze and opium. Here it's invoice. Blackbrook Farm, £3 of butter, delivery total cost 25 pence, and 6 pence is not 29 pence. So bad math skills, is that a virtue? You have to be good at math. We've got a violin, yeah, the Gideon Bell portrait, and whatever this picture is supposed to be. And we've got book titled Stories and book titled Autoplay as well. We already told that the books are forbidden, so something to do with that. Okay, we still are missing a clue somewhere. So we have to do the sentence. Okay, so we have to say what the virtues are and what will be punished. Or we have to calculate what punishment in merit each is, and then what deduction people have received. Wow, okay. Well, and then if I'm poor at maths, I'm gonna get a deduction. I need to find out one clue I'm missing. He's got something, a letter here. Dear Dr. Turner, I must regretfully inform you that during your absence from party business, your senior assistant Daniel has demonstrated extreme untidiness and has breached one of the virtues, junior assistant Toby. So that's all the clues. And now we've got into the thinking. Well, so here it says, remember the second virtue, store confiscated objects and evidence according to the virtue breached. So, I mean, somehow the second virtue is to do with something that how you store the things, but yes, the boxes, the colors correspond to the poster and the items inside therefore correspond to the virtue. So here we could say it's like you're not allowed to drink, or at least excessive drinking is not allowed. There's no drinking, but there is indulgence. So like if you're doing it too much, you're indulging. So the first virtue is moderation then, because obviously that would be the opposite of being indulgent. So the fourth virtue, that's to do with books, because there were books in the box. So yeah, all something will be punished. So like all literature will be punished. I guess we have to pay more attention to the different, like when they say in the dialogues, like remember this virtue and that virtue. I mean, this box is like art. The yellow is art, vulgar art. How is a violin a vulgar art? But okay. Art will be punished. Okay, so what they say, yeah. Control your emotions. We as arbiter of order must never violate the first virtue. Okay, so emotions also need to be controlled by the first virtue. So no excessive emotions. And here he says, I will never breach the fourth virtue. You know damn well that I keep no secrets. Okay, so fourth virtue, all secrets will be punished. What else they say? Yeah, okay, very happy against the first virtue, but that's the same as emotion. Okay, third virtue is something to do with dressed up donkeys, and second virtue, okay, I guess this could be to do with laziness and stuff like that, because it's second virtue is something, and then at work. So you're not allowed to be like lazy, sloth at work. In the box for it, that's where they have the bad maths piece. So I assume like you're not allowed to make mistakes at work either. Anything else? Bones. For last, this guy says, they spread lies that my pure love is merely lust. I want to even know about true art. Like, does it go in the same thing, the lust? But like vulgar lust will be punished? I'm not sure that works. It could go with this. Excessive lust will be punished. I mean, it could also be like fashion, right? Because they were here, Gideon. Yeah, outrageous high style. Yeah, ridiculous headgear. So fashion goes somewhere. So like excessive fashion kind of goes with like no indulgence, no excessive expressions of emotion and stuff like that. Okay, so from this, can we make up what the second virtue is? Which is sloth and mistakes. Merit? So you must have merit in your work. So you're not allowed to, you know, make mistakes, be lazy, stuff like that. I guess diligence. Diligence is also a good word for just working hard, not making mistakes. Truth? Here, I mean, yeah, no secrets. Truth makes it literature. They might be like, you know, literature that's banned is any sort of non-just factual literature. So like they okay with, you know, whatever they publish as truth, because yeah, here is like autumn tales and stories, so obviously they're okay with newspapers, right? Because like newspapers are fine because they publish the truth, but you're not allowed like books that are non-factual and therefore they're not about truth. Who decides what the truth is? Of course. Well, okay, music might go with the vulgar, like the third virtue and the vulgar music. So, you know, you're allowed beautiful music, but you're not allowed to vulgar music. Although I thought there was something about like march music or something. That's also vulgar. This one might be beauty in terms of like, you know, you're allowed. Again, the beauty they approve or, but like if they're deemed in vulgar art or music, then, you know, that's not allowed. Lies might go with this, since, you know, secrets and lies kind of go together. And obviously, if this virtue is truth, then definitely all lies will be punished. Okay, what we have left? Oh, we have untidiness as well, so that may go with the... Someone was being like, oh, your assistant is untidy, so that's a problem, and that would work with that. So we just need one more thing, you know, what's vulgar thing? Not souls. Vulgar souls will be punished. No merit. Idle, franked, bones. I mean, lust? Okay, no. Maybe lust goes here and fashion goes... Yeah, okay. Yes, so excessive lust will be punished and vulgar fashion will be punished between those two. So again, fashion's allowed, you just have to do the correct fashion. Okay, so how do we figure out what the merit punishments are for each of those? Because they have books. Okay, so he has 4, so I assume you start at 0, like you start at neutral. He gets 10 points for helping, but he has 2 infractions for doing something wrong at work and being lazy at work, which I'm pretty sure are both second virtue infractions. So he got 6 points removed between 2, so this is a 3-point deduction. this guy, David Goran. So got 10 points to start with. He had a secret compartment and then had a secret and then lied about it. Got 2 points taken off, which means for the truth you get -1 for each infraction, which is interesting, right? So being terrible at work, -3 points. Lying, just 1. Who else got something? They got those books, right? So he starts with 20 points, get 8 taken away between drinking and having a book. Those are 2 different virtues though. So yeah, because he gets something from each of those, and that amounts to 8 points. He starts with 20. Self-decision against to marching music in this manner. So again, it could be split between those 2, annoyingly, but no, because they're different point values. Because he got 2 infractions between those 2 virtues, and that's -8 points, and he gets 2 infractions, but that's -9. Listening to marching music could go in the first virtue, because like marching music is just too much. Too much emotions for that. But no, that doesn't make any sense because he gets an odd deduction, so they cannot be from the same thing. So his have to be split. And anger is definitely the first virtue. It's just where does the music go? I mean, could be in the third. Oh, no, because he's split between 1 and 4, right? Because he's got literature, which would mean he got -1, and then this was -7. Okay, so moderation gets, or lack of moderation gets punished a lot. So then this guy, if he got -7 from the slapping, and so then he would have gotten another -2 for the music? Okay, yes. So yeah, there is a very skewed balancing towards the virtues, like not having moderation really bad, being a liar not so bad. Okay, so now we need to take this and we need to calculate each of those people. Like what happened, what were their deductions. So he's claimed he has no wife, that's lying. Painting the big naked person, that's vulgar art, so that's 3 deductions. Broke his wife favorite tapered in anger, that's the first virtue, so that's -10. And night with neighbor's wife, that's last, right? Not just lying in secret, so 17. So she's got -17. And Walter Keane flirted 3 times with different married women, so that would be -7 for the last. I assume that's... is that a single infraction or 3 times? A ridiculous headgear, that's -2, so -9. And a lie -10. So I think, yeah, it might be that this is all counted per infraction. So flirted 3 times, so that's -21 for the last. Then 5 times ridiculous headgear, so -10, so -31, and then 32 for lying ones. Okay, yeah, so he got it per infraction. That's a lot. Lofer Richards, not you. Okay, large amounts of wine, so that's 7. Got angry, that's 7, so -14. But +15 for the giving his daughter away, so he ends up at +1. So basically he just scrapes by basically giving his daughter away. Josh Bailey, okay, so work laziness 3, then 2 counts of drinking a lot, so 17. Then last again 24, and lied 5 times, 28. He's in trouble. Yep. Horse web, no job. 60 instances of non-work, so 60 times 3? No, it cannot. Oh, because he buys his way out. So yes, 60 times 3, so 180. Then a lie, 181. 15 books. I assume just 15. So 196. And then plus 400, so he ends up with +4. And then Gideon Bell gets outrageous hairstyle, so -2. -70 for crying 10 times, so -72. -72, and then 5 times job skipping, so -72, -15, -87, and then secrets -1, so -88. So that's everything filled correctly. I am not gonna get punished for... Oh, no, actually I did get one wrong, so I got -3 for my bad maths or something, bad work. So 3 years have passed since Order Party has seized power during Tribunal. Largest deduction, so Gideon Bell got largest deduction. It's just to have the largest merit deduction in all Tribunal history. To execute his punishment, something was used on him and he lost and died. What was used on him? Because I was saying this is Gideon Bell, but obviously he was a young man and now he's an old dude with no hair and anything like that. So what are they doing? So he's got the idol set to increase matter something. What were they doing here? I'm just checking his notes, right? Because this was this increase matter, ignore effect 14. Yes, progress from fruit to more advanced organic matter. Oh, this is the apples. So rotten apple, fresh apple. So this might be something like increase and decrease age. So this idol is set to increase matter age. So that's what they did. They used the idol on him and he lost 88 years and died? Yes. The Order Party has seized power and now enforces the 4 maximum of virtue. The young Duke Gideon Bell was judged during the tribunal to have lost 88 merits. The High Arbiter of the party, Lazarus Hurst, used the idol to decrease Gideon's youth by 88 years, thus making him 108, which resulted in his death. Yes. Okay, so that's the world they have created with just punishments for anything they deem unacceptable. So, leave comments down below what you think about this one. Leave a like to let me and YouTube know that you've enjoyed this, and I will see you soon on another adventure.